Okay guys, here's video number 2. I'm going to try to remember where I left off at. I was just dealing with another student, this time in the other class, and again it's that disprop. The dissertation proposal is really getting people to ask all kinds of good questions. But let's understand something about the disprop once again. It's really ultimately not what you want to do. It's what your committee is willing to allow you to do. This is very different from submitting a research paper. So if I ask you to do certain things, particularly when I repeat those things, and I say, here's what I want in your disprop, please don't tell me, well, I've decided to do it another way, or I want to do it this way, or that's not my research design, or I don't want to triangulate, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. You've got to do what is suggested to you to do by your committee. Since there are only 4 of us who are full-time right now on in this particular program, you don't have a whole lot of leeway when it comes to members of your committee, and you need at least 3. It has to be people who have taught you. We have another online teacher. Her name is Suhatamim, and she's doing right now she's doing the lower level ones. She's doing 725 and 720 in order to get her feet wet, but she's going to be joining us along much the same lines. Ken and Susan and I will be joining. It's Ken, Susan, and me will be joining us. I get the objective case in there correctly done. All right, and we basically think along the same lines when it comes to social science research. Susan is more like mixed design sort of person. I'm really very much a qualitative person. I like qualitative designs, and as a result, I like ethnography. I like action research. I like all that stuff. I'm an artsy sort of guy. I like art in general. I like foreign languages. I like literature. I like everything like that. I'm very much one of those people. I'm not much of a quant. I'm the kind of person who does quantitative work with research programs that run the statistics for me, so that way I don't have to do them in my head. And I'm a consumer of statistics more than anything else, more than an actual producer. Although I want to know and understand what it is I am reading, even though I'm not mathematically inclined at all. So if you're like me, then you're good. I'm your guy. But I'm also concerned that qualitative research be as rigorously social scientific as quantitative research is. Quantitative research uses the tools of science. We do too in qualitative research, like quantitative, to the extent that the material that we collect, it's empirical. All right, we collect artifacts, we collect documents, we interview people, we do ethnographies. All right, anthropology in effect in our schools. All right, that's what our ethnography is. And I like ethnography in all places. I like to write about what I'm observing. All right, to use the Spradley's book on ethnography with the questions that he has, which is really, really good. Some of you might know who Spradley is on ethnography. If you don't, I strongly suggest that you look him up because he knows how to do it, and that sort of thing. So you can be rigorous in a qualitative design. You can use APA. You can do all the things that I'm asking everyone to do, and then some, properly triangulating and everything. And you can even mix the design if you want to use a little bit of, you want to use a quantitative measure as well. But if you want to stick to something that's purely qualitative, you still have to triangulate. You still have to make certain that your research design incorporates a sufficient sample to sample, not just your class, not just a couple of people here, not just a few teachers there. No, you got to have something that's generalizable. You need reproducible results, which is what science is all about, and a minimum of opinion. Right? When you want to consider the research implications, you want them to kind of stand out. By the time somebody gets to the end of chapter 4, they know where you're going because your research or correlations that you've established, or the research findings in general that you have unearthed through ethnography, through the study of documents, through the study of whatever it is that you're doing, the anthropology, the paleontology that you're doing, in effect, in education, leads you to certain conclusions, ineluctably. All right, so by the time you get to chapter 5, the reader knows where you're going. They really, really do, and they can see that you have been able to answer your research questions and that you will answer them with policy implications at the end in chapter 5. What is it all about? What does it all mean? Not just our opinions, not just my opinion, not just your opinion. So please do that. Remember, before you want to come to me for a meeting in my office dealing with the issue of your disprop, other things, if you have some other issues and you want a meeting on dealing with the content of the course or one of the other assignments or something like that. If you need advisement, I'd like to know what your questions are beforehand, so I can ask them before I deal with you. I don't want to give you wrong information because your program is different from mine. I graduated in 2004 from USC, and the EDD has changed. All right, and it has various permutations within the university. So I want to make certain that I give you the right information. And for instance, 820 is not a course that you have to have before you submit your disprop, and I had erroneously said that in some other document to the 820 class. It's not 820, it's 720. 820 is something they can take later. They still have to include in their disprops, if they want to turn them in before they take 820, they still have to include a very serious element of diversity hold on just a moment, let me let the guy in. So what I'm going to do here is pause this, and I'll come back to you.